This is a quick one. The holidays are almost here. If you're thinking about what to get for family and friends, this is a great one. And you just need a few simple things. So I'll show you exactly what you need. First, you're going to need faux leather. It looks like this. One side is usually soft, and the other side has the leather like coloring to it. And then you can pick up this pattern on my website at isewithjoy.com. This pattern actually comes with two options. So you will get two types of cord keep patterns. One of them, this is one I made last week, and you're going to be able to, we're going to do this one, which is a heart shaped one today. You'll need a small piece of elastic, a 1/4 inch wide elastic, and then you're going to need these snaps because it's a great way to hold everything together. So without further ado, let's get this started. Okay, so like I said, these are the things you're going to need. What I'm going to do, I do need to gather something. This is probably like at most a 10-minute exercise or a 10-minute project. So it's less intimidating, especially if you're new to sewing. You don't need to worry too much about it. And then for the elastic, which I am right now going to cut, I'm just going to get like a, I want to see here. So I'm going to get like a, this is as long as I want. So that measures approximately 2 inches. So I get a 2-inch piece of elastic, and that's what I'm going to be using. That's a 1/4 inch elastic. I usually get them by the roll because it's just cheap, more cost effective. And then, so I'm going to take this and go ahead and use my pattern here and trace it onto this piece of fabric. So I never throw out things, fabrics when I have, or little projects. I never throw these out because they can always be used for something else. So in this case, I'm going to be using this for this. And notice I'm trying to maximize the use of this faux fabrics because I know I can use the other piece for something else. So I have a whole bin of leftover fabric scraps, and it usually works great for other mini projects, even if it's to create, like a tie or something. And when I say a tie, I don't mean like a bow tie or a necktie. I mean like, to add to the ends of something else. That's also a great idea. I'm going to show you something real quick right here. This is something like cotton batting. I'm going to be doing a video on that later on how to do a soup bowl or sew a soup bowl. But again, I had all these pieces laying around and I just save them. And then when I have enough, I use it for that. So tracing is all done. This is what it's going to look like. And I'm going to go ahead and use my snips to cut as close as possible. Now, because this is a heat erasable pen, you can make the markings and then just when done, go ahead and run your iron over on the side. It doesn't have to be really hot, but you can run your iron. And once you do that, it will remove the color. I try to use red just because it's easier for me to see. As you can see, I wear glasses, so I need something that doesn't put too much strain on my eyes. This is a beginner-friendly project, especially those who want to do simple crafts for the holiday. I think this is one that actually kids can do, and then once you do it, you just need an adult to help with putting the clips on because that might take a little bit more time. And I know I said it's no sew, but I do feel that if you have a sewing machine, it does help a little bit, and I'll show you what I mean. Because I want to have a cord keep where I can actually fully tuck the inside. So I'm going to keep this because there are situations where I might just be able to use this other piece. So I'll put that aside. And this is what this looks like. It's just off of something like this. So now I'm going to take this and take my elastic, and I'm just going to do like a straight stitch here and a straight stitch there. It'll make sense once things are done. So I'm just going to use a sewing clip here to hold it. I will have to stretch it a little bit. So remember, this is just 2 inches or slightly over. I think it's about a 1/4 inch over, but I'm going to put that there. So while this doesn't necessarily require sewing, like I said, you don't have to sew this. I do want to sew it just so that I can have that there. And this is what it's going to look like when all is said and done, like a cute little heart shape. But first, let's get this taken care of, okay? So I am going to, I'll move that up a little bit so you're able to see. I am going to change my thread to my bobbin thread to something, a different color. Right now I have black on there. It just, that way makes it look a little invisible. And I'm just gonna look for a color that kind of matches. I believe this is a close one, so we'll go with that. Okay, and I will go with thread that matches it as well. Okay. So if you are interested in taking a class with me, a sewing class, I call myself the Imperfect Sewist because every time I do a live, something always comes up. So I feel like it's just my way of just saying, hey, in sewing you make mistakes, but it shouldn't stop you from completing your projects. I'm just threading my sewing machine. And again, you don't need the elastic on there. It's more a choice. It's optional. If you want it, you can have it. But if you don't, hey, the cord keep works just as well. I'm doing this with the elastic just because I think it would look a little nicer. And also you get a little more use out of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and use a straight stitch here. And anybody who can sew a straight stitch can do this. Okay, I'll put it towards the end there and just sew it down. I'm gonna run it back a little bit. Okay, I'll take all the stuff off of it. Might have a little bit of rough edges here. So because of that, I think I'm going to kind of start this ahead. That way it truly just keeps the straight stitch without causing a problem. Okay, so as you can see, it does keep it a little cleaner versus what I had at the top. Again, this is optional. You don't have to have that. Now we have this done, which was the bulk of everything and the hardest part of this little project. So now we're going to go back to the other table and put our clips on here. So you just need to determine where. I think because I have these sewing parts here, I'm going to put it on this side. I'll identify the middle of this, and to identify the middle, we're just going to fold this. So let's go back to the other table. Okay, so this is a little better lit. So we'll fold that, and we're going to mark a spot there. And then I will take that and mark the same spot on the other side, making sure that it will fold properly. Okay. I'm going to turn on my snow iron so that once this is ready, I can get rid of the marks that you see right here. So now I'm going to take this little tool here and and I'm going to determine what color. So what color works best with this? Let's see. I want a color that will go, I mean, there's the softer color, which kind of will be perfect for it, but I think I want a little more contrasting color, so I will go with the pink, the darker pink, or is it fuchsia, whatever you call it. I will go with that. You need 4 pieces, so I think this just went in there wrong. Okay. And nope, I got the same piece twice. There, I can see one that is right. So got all 4 pieces, and now let's do this. So whenever you do this, what usually works for me is determine what side you want things to face. So since this is going to be this way, I know for sure that I want this to be on this side, and I want the other piece, this side, to be on there, so that the snaps are on the inside. So I'll take this and use this to put my hole. So this tool I can always tag it in this post later. This tool is perfect for beginners, but you might need some help from an adult because it does require a little bit of pressure. But it doesn't take much time at all to learn to use it. So usually you know it's ready when the inside part is flat. Remember, we had a sharp piece. This piece was sharper earlier. So now I know this is going to be here, and then confirming again where this is going to go. And I'm going to go ahead and put my hole in. I'm taking it a little bit off because when I pushed that early just now, it looked like it was a little off. And then again, remember I said I want to make sure that this is what appears on both sides. And also this makes sense because you'll be closing it this way. In the other video, or the other one I have for this one, it's actually a little different because I wanted to wrap around my cord so it closes this way. But if you want to have this solid seal on either side, this is how you're going to do it. So just put this. This actually comes with instructions. This kit comes with instructions on how to do this. So, oopsie. I'm putting it on the wrong side. Okay. And that's what it looks like. I think I need to press it a little more just to make it a little flatter. Because I've noticed that when I don't fully flatten it, sometimes it gets a little wonky. So, this is your heart-shaped cord key. And we're going to open it. Now, the last thing we're going to do is just get rid of the colors, which, like I said, I used a heat erasable pen. And I have my mini iron here. So let's go ahead and iron this so you'll see the magic. Let me see if I can zoom in a little bit. You can see the magic happen in real time. Okay. Look, like magic, it just disappears. It just needs something warm and it gets rid of the color. And that's it. All done. It's like a mini butterfly, actually. So I'm going to show you just how to use it. I have a cord keep here. No, cord rather, not a cord keep. And this is why I say you don't absolutely need to have the elastic. If you don't want the elastic, you don't need it because this still works perfectly. You can just loop this around and then just hold it like so. And there you have it. Now, the reason for these for the elastic is, let's say you have something like this and you want to tuck it in. You have the option to hold it like so. It doesn't lose its shape. You can still, you know, kind of, it's just a way to, let's see. Oh, I put it in the wrong way. Like I said, they don't call me the imperfect sewist for nothing. And it just holds that for you. Okay. All right, so that's one. It secures your cords. Again, you can pick up this pattern on my site at isewithjoy.com. The proceeds just basically help me buy more of these little knickknacks that I like, and I can bring you more videos or user-friendly videos for beginner sewists. And I'm just getting rid of the color on this other piece as well, which I used a heat erasable marker. You don't want to full-on iron this, you just want to go around the edges to get rid of the colors. And this is another one. So you get 2 cord keeps that you just need a pair of scissors, optional use of a sewing machine, and this little tool right here to help you with that. And yeah, and that's it. This is a quick, easy project that you can do. You don't need anything complicated, and it's great for beginners and those who want to try something new or make something crafty for the holidays. If you're not already doing so, please be sure to like, share, and follow. This is my name is Joy, and thank you for watching. Have a wonderful day.